Hey, what's up guys? Jay Wink here with Carter, if you guys remember him from my Amazing Spider-Man 2 review, and The Hobbit 3 preview before, and then our Hobbit Battle of Five Armies review. So, yes, late Merry Christmas. Sorry guys that I didn't say that in my Hobbit review. I know I should have, or any of my Hobbit reviews. And a Happy New Year. So, yes, for the end of this year, we decided to do something special. Because since this is my first year on YouTube, I thought, this is probably a good year. And because I didn't see a whole lot of movies, neither did this guy. We saw enough, to create a top 5 best movies of the year. So, I think we're going to start off with a couple of honorable mentions first. So, Carter, what are a couple of your honorable mentions?
Probably the Lego Movie.
Yeah, I agree. Lego Movie. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
Alright, so I think the Lego Movie did really good. I like the Lego Movie. 22 Jump Street.
No, that's on here.
That's on mine. No, it's on one of my honorable mentions, not one of yours. Now you just spoiled it. Now everybody knows.
Oh.
And so, and then, no, we're not going to restart. And then, Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit. Thought those three good movies were pretty good, just not as good as these other movies. Alright, so yes, we're going to start off with Carter's number 5 and my number 5. Carter, what is your number 5?
For my number 5?
Yes.
My number 5 was 22 Jump
Look at
Street.
the camera.
22 Jump Street. That was a really good movie. It wasn't as good as the first one, I'll have to admit. But they still made it where people were crying, they were laughing so hard.
Now, why did you like it? Say a defining scene that you did like about it, that really changed it. What was the defining scene for you?
I think the funniest or best scene of the movie was probably when... Can't remember their names right now, but...
Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum.
Jonah Hill tried to take the bullet for Channing Tatum and missed, and Channing Tatum got shot in the arm.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably what made the movie pretty awesome, because, it makes it look like he's going to make up for Channing Tatum taking the bullet, and then he takes the bullet himself, and Channing Tatum still takes the bullet. It's pretty funny.
Alright, so, so 22 Jump Street is Carter's over here, but mine is The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies. My number 5 is The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies, mainly because I thought, it was a good movie, but it wasn't great. As you guys saw in our review,
That's nasty.
Sorry. As in our review, I liked it, but as the rest of these movies, I did not really like it. The scene I really thought was the best scene was when Thorin died. I thought that was the best scene of all. And I did like the whole thing where Bilbo kept it a secret from Thorin that he took the Arkenstone. And then I liked a lot of stuff. Bad things about it was the romance and stuff I already mentioned in my review. I will post links in the description box below. Alright, Carter, what was your number 4 favorite movie of 2014?
My number 4 would have to be The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You gotta show it to
It was a really, really good movie. Isn't the best, though.
Okay, why isn't it? What did you like about it?
I thought they really stuck to the comics there, but what I really hated a lot about the movie was that they had probably the crappiest ending of any of the Spider-Man movies.
Exactly, that ending was just awful.
But then I liked how, this might sound bad, but I like how they killed off Gwen Stacy.
That doesn't sound bad. That sounds, kind of okay. They executed it very well.
Because, then it portrays the hatred Spider-Man has for the Green Goblin and how that rivalry begins. But what I didn't get is why, if they have something that extreme happening, why they didn't make the Green Goblin a bigger deal in the movie. But yeah, that's my number 4.
Alright, my number 4, guys, is X-Men Days of Future Past. So, yes, X-Men Days of Future Past was a really good film. I really did like it. But X-Men films are not a really good forte for me. I did like this film. It really, really brought back the franchise after 2 awful films and 3 pretty good films.
2 awful? Pretty much all the old X-Men movies were awful.
Well, they're not terrible. They're not as bad as Last Stand.
X-Men Origins.
X-Men Origins Wolverine was terrible.
That Deadpool didn't even... No.
Exactly.
No.
Nothing happened.
No.
But the thing I really did like about this movie was now everything has changed. There is no more movies except for First Class. So yeah, Carter, what is your number 3?
My number 3 was The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies. As Jake told you, he might have not have thought it was one of the better ones, but I think it was the best out of the 3. I think what they did with those movies, that they took all the violence out of the first and second one and left a little bit so you'd stay excited, stay intrigued. And they put all the violence into the final movie, ending with an epic battle. What I did like is they killed off 3 main characters that are good guys.
Feely, and Thorin. Sorry.
Most people think it's weird that, oh, the bad guys win, nothing bad happens to the bad guys. What I like is that the win for the bad guys came with a sacrifice. So it's sort of a win-win situation for both armies.
That's very deep. How long did it take for you to figure that out?
Like 3 minutes before the video.
Okay. Alright. So, guys, now I'm going to go to my number 3. My number 3 is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, yes, most of our movies now are going to be kind of the same after this. So, yes, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Thought this movie was great. A lot of people did not like this movie, as we said that in our review that we did together. But I kind of liked it. I thought it was a good movie. You know, good things about it. I felt like they did some good things with Electro. A good relationship with Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. Better than how they did it in The Hobbit, definitely.
The Hobbit?
How they did it in The Hobbit, the love relationship in The Hobbit.
Yeah, a dwarf and an elf. It's just like, that's a no-no.
Okay, so, yeah. And then, that was kind of... And then, the one thing I felt, the game changer scene that I loved about this movie was the death of Gwen Stacy, because they executed it very well, even though it was very much hinted to in the entire movie and through the trailers and everything. But the one scene that really just made it my number 3 was the ending. If this would not have been, if the ending would have been different, like if Spider-Man did not become Spider-Man again, it probably would have beat out my number 2. Because I just felt like it was a good, I did not like the ending. I wish they would have just ended it right where, you know, the Rhino's still in prison, you know, and it's just, I felt like...
Spider-Man going into his closet.
Well, no. I just felt like after everything after Peter Parker went to the graveyard, bad. I wish they would have just ended it right there. They should have ended it at Peter with the graveyard. That's it. Alright, I'm done ranting now. Alright, so Carter, what is your number 2?
My number 2 was Captain America the Winter Soldier. I thought this one was just awesome. I also liked how they tied it in with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series.
Mm-hmm.
What I liked about it is that they stuck to the comics. They brought Bucky back as the Winter Soldier, which was good, because if they didn't bring Bucky as the Winter Soldier, I probably would have hated the movie beyond belief. No, but they just bring it in. They show how, in the comics they did this too, where Hydra rises through S.H.I.E.L.D. and sort of comes out of the closet in some sort of form.
Okay, comes out of the closet, alright.
It's hard to explain, but then that shows that, how to explain it?
That it was really embedded.
It shows that all the things that S.H.I.E.L.D. did became useless and destroyed because Hydra came up and took it over. And then Captain America comes in, swoops, saves the day, but then we don't find out what happens to Captain America or Bucky after.
Well, we find out what happened. Cap and Falcon go after Bucky, and then Bucky goes to that Captain America museum. Didn't she see the after credit scene?
Sorry. Never mind.
Alright, so my number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy. Uka Chaka. Yeah, that one.
You can just finish.
No, you're doing the last one, too. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yes, spoiler alert, this is Carter's favorite movie. Right? This is your favorite movie. I'm going to talk about why I like this film and why I felt like because, yes, my favorite film of the year is Captain America the Winter Soldier. So that's the thing about mine and Carter's movies, is they are both interchangeable. They both change, you know. So the reason why I think Captain America the Winter Soldier is a better film than Guardians of the Galaxy is because, don't touch it, you focus on the video. I felt like this was a better film because it just had a lot more to do. I felt like this one really, it's stuck in the own reality. It's stuck in reality, like it could happen in real life. And I felt like, hey, wake up. And I felt like this could really happen, you know, in real life. And with Guardians...
Aliens? Or Captain America?
In Captain America. In Guardians, I just, you know, everything was good about it. I loved this film. But I felt like, you know, it was too short. You know, the villains were okay. It was not, you know, the villains, you know, that's a problem. And that really came down to it. The villain portrayal. I feel like the Hydra posed a better threat than Ronan the Accuser and the Sakaran guards. Because I really felt like Bucky was a good villain rather than Ronan the Accuser. Carter, explain why Guardians of the Galaxy is better than Captain America and Winter Soldier.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy was better because it brings another group into the mix. So then you just don't have the Avengers saving the world. You have another group to come in, swoop, save the day.
And Infinity War.
Oh, and it also brings in the Infinity War. It's where we finally found out who the guy behind everything was.
Thanos. I thought that scene was great. I love that scene so much.
But then, the only problem with the movie, I think, was that the threat, Ronan the Accuser, was eliminated too easily.
But my question is, still, why do you think this film is better than Captain America the Winter Soldier?
Because it was a lot more suspenseful, a lot more epic, a lot more fighting, blowing up, explosions, Michael Bay style.
Okay. Alright, another reason why I think Captain America is better is because you never know. Captain America actually could have died because in the comics, Captain America died when Winter Soldier came along. So
well, he was assassinated by
Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
I know that she's in the movie though. So you never know. I felt like that could have happened, and I felt like that would have been so epic if that would have happened. But I would have been so mad because I think Chris Evans is a great part as Captain America. So yes, guys, this is the end of the year. Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys later.